Dbms question based on transactions. The Ri and Wi are defined as the read and write operations performed on an attribute Z, and I represents the transaction name, which is Ti. Now we are given two schedules S1 and S2, and we have to determine which of them is or are conflict serializable. So let us write down these schedules in the tabular form. S1 can be written as, there are just two transactions involved, T1 and T2. So we create a table like this. We have to find out what all dependencies are existing between those data items. So as you can see, the first operation given is read 1 of X, which means transaction 1 is performing a read operation on X. So this way. Next is read 1 on Y. Transaction 1 is reading data item Y. Then read 2 of X. This is reading X. Then read 2 of Y. Then write 2 of Y, followed by write 1 of X. So this is the schedule, and let us now find out what all the dependencies existing. As we can see here, a write is performed on Y, and in T1 read is performed. So this is one dependency we have from T1 to T2, and as we can see here, the write is performed on X, T2 is reading on X. So this is also a dependency, and this dependency is from T2 to T1. So if we go on to make a graphical representation of this, then there will be a loop formed in that, and hence it suggests that S1 is not conflict serializable. Now let us check the S2 schedule. Again, it is having just two transactions, T1 and T2. So we can create the table for it in the same way. The first operation given is read 1 on X. So T1 is reading a data item X. Next is read 2 of X. X is being read by T2. After that, we read 2 on Y. Then write on Y by T2, followed by read on Y by T1. Finally, write X by T1. Now here, let's find the dependencies. We have a write operation on Y, and as we know, there are just two types of dependencies. One is write write and one is write read or read write. If both the transactions are reading, then this read read dependency is not a conflicting dependency, we can say. It does not cause any conflict. It is possible for many transactions to read the data item at the same time. But if any one of them is writing it and then the other is reading it, or if the other one is writing it, then it would cause a conflict. So here, what are the conflicting operations we have? This is write on Y. Then do we have any read or write operation on Y in T1? Yes, here we have. This is a dependency from T2 to T1. Then in T1, we have a write on X. Do we have any operation on X in T2? Yes, here we have read on X. So this is also a dependency, and it is again from T2 to T1. So for this, the dependency graph would be just like this. There is no loop in that. So we'll say that this S2 is indeed conflict serializable. So correct option would be B. S1 is not conflict serializable, but S2 is. So we'll go with option B.